Hey, we're back. Today's going to be a really productive day. I have a lot to do. We're going to start on our outside garden, which I'm so excited to do. Last year we didn't get the garden at all. We just had too much going on to really focus on that and spend the money on it. We're going to garden. We're going to make an easy dessert. We're going to make an Easter dessert, so we're going to do 2 different desserts. I do have a little bit of cleaning and tidying up to do. I'm not sure what that is on my fridge down there. It looks like Hero licked the fridge, but Hero never licks random things. So I don't think it was Hero. I don't know what it is. We have random cleaning to do. We have some Easter things to get organized. I am so excited to be dyeing Easter eggs. We probably won't be doing it in this video, but I'm getting everything together for it. Just trying to get all my ducks lined up in a row so that I don't forget anything this Easter. I feel like Easter has come so quick this year. I'm prepared, but I'm also not prepared. So let's get started outside on the actual garden really quick first. Logan is still doing school. Bella is at the dentist. She's getting some baby teeth pulled because her baby teeth just do not fall out on their own. So she's getting some teeth pulled. Logan's here doing school, so I am going to have to work with him with school off and on. But I'm excited to get this garden started. I think we have a few more nights of frost, but I'm just going to be planting potatoes today. I need to actually buy a lot more soil if I want to do anything else. And soil this year has definitely gone up in price. I don't know if they did that last year too, but it used to be like $12 for a big bag. Now it's over $17. Don't mind my garage. That's something I also have to do. It's mainly all my stuff. Chase normally has this as his dojo, but I've been using it as storage, and I've been using it as storage quite a bit. So I do need to do that at some point too. So we're going to be doing purple potatoes and red skin potatoes. Dark red Norland potatoes. I got these off of Home Depot, not off of, I went there and got them from Home Depot. And this is a purple one, all blue actually. So I got these, they were $4 a piece, and I did get 3 packs. I got 2 red and 1 blue. We normally just grow potatoes from the potatoes that we have, but this year we didn't have any potatoes ready to go. I learned how to grow potatoes and cut potatoes actually from Chase's grandfather. He had a huge garden when he was still alive, and he taught me how to cut them, how big to cut them, dry them out, and then plant them, and that's how I've been doing it. So that's what I did here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 13 pieces to grow, and I'll show you what containers we're gonna grow them in. So we are going to grow them here in my city pickers pots. I've done that before and it's been just fine, so I'm going to do it again this year. I feel a little rusty from not doing it for so long, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, all of our potatoes are planted. I'm excited to see what happens with that. Like I said, I'm not sure if I kept it in or not because there was people walking by. But I normally, as the potato plants grow, I add more soil, so at the end, that city pickers pot, which is probably about 10 inches deep, it'll be mound up. So they'll have plenty of space to grow, but that'll be fine. They normally grow just fine. I also picked up 3 lavender this year. I used to have a lot of lavender and I loved it. So I picked up 3 more. And then I picked up, these all look really sad, but I picked up mammoth jalapenos. And what are these? These are hot cayenne peppers. So 1 mammoth and 2 hot cayenne peppers. I normally buy from their website, but this year their website is pretty expensive. So I'm trying to see what's at my Home Depot off and on. I'll buy a little bit here and there. Right now I have no place for them to go because I need to buy more soil, but that is there. By the way, somebody did ask if we have our banana tree still. We don't. When we had the family move in with us, this garage was packed with stuff and I couldn't bring the banana tree in. So unfortunately it did die. It was really sad, but it did die. Everybody loved that tree. We still do have 2 pear trees, 2 apple trees, 3 pear trees, I'm sorry, 2 apple trees. We have our cherry tree, and we still have our peach tree, which just bloomed. It's starting to bloom at least. And we still have our fig bush, and I just bought a few years ago another type of fig bush to go in here. So we have two. That one produces every year. This one's still a little too young to produce, but it's in there. And also we have a blackberry vining plant growing in here. If you see it like right here, I tried to pull it up because it gets a little too crazy in here, but I guess some roots stayed and it replanted itself, so it's growing again, and I'm gonna let it grow. We'll see what happens. Okay, some time has passed since the last clip. Bella came home. She's feeling numb. Her numbness is not going away. We were trying to get it to go away. She's still a little numb, and I was helping Logan with school. Right now he's doing his independent reading, so he should be good. Let's get on with this quick and easy dessert that my family absolutely loves. Recently I have started to actually print out all the recipes that my family loves and put them in a binder so that it's easier to pick out dinners. I still do not meal plan. I'm terrible at it. I wish I did. But this makes it easier to quickly find dinners and know that my family is going to eat them. So our dessert recipe is actually in here. If you hear the cat meowing, that's because he wants attention. He's gonna meow, but he should settle down soon. So here goes our edible cookie dough recipe. So this is a really easy recipe, and I actually made this the other day, but the container it was in broke, so I had to throw the whole thing away. We're going to make this. When it says it takes like 10 minutes, it seriously takes 10 minutes, and it is so good. And you can make them all different things. We're just doing chocolate chip because that's the easiest, that's the basic, but you really can make it any way you want. Oatmeal, raisin, whatever you like. Let me grab the stuff and we will get started. Okay, we have all the ingredients. I highly recommend these containers if you guys are looking. They're Pro Keeper. They are a little bit more expensive, but they have been a game changer for me. I have one for my flour, sugar, brown sugar, and even my confectionery sugar. I love them. I think they're worth the money. They're the same cereal containers that we got, the same brand. Absolutely love them. So first thing we're going to do is actually heat up some flour to kill any bacteria. I actually got this recipe from iwashyouDry.com, so if you're interested in seeing more, that's where I got it from, not this bowl. We need a regular bowl to heat up the flour. Okay, it calls for 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and they do come with like scrapers and stuff so that you can level off your measuring cup and stuff like that. Okay, so 1 cup of flour going into the bowl, and then we're just going to microwave this for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, see the temperature, and keep going until it reaches 165 degrees, which normally only takes me like 60 seconds to reach that temperature. While that's heating, I'm getting another bowl out to melt my butter. It says like room temperature soft butter, but I never remember to take out the butter. So I'm actually just gonna melt it. I never had a problem melting it before. Our flour is done, and I always try to make sure to go over 165 just because I really don't want to make people sick. And I have read different websites that recommend hitting different temperatures. So I tend to go over 165, even though that's what this website recommends. Okay, our butter is melted. They do say soft butter, like room temperature butter, but I never remember to take it out, so I just melted it. Next, we're going to add our brown sugar. I want to try to make my own brown sugar one day. I know it's super easy to make. So we're adding 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And then how much regular sugar? 3 tablespoons of regular sugar. I think we could close this now. And I will say with this recipe, a little bit goes a long way. I would say like a teaspoon of this stuff is enough for like a dessert because it's so much sugar. A little bit definitely goes a long way, so you don't have to make a lot. Last time I doubled the batch and that was way too much. I definitely overthought it. And this is where you're supposed to use a hand mixer, but I'm not getting my hand mixer out. So I'm just gonna mix it with a whisk until it's light and fluffy, they say. Next thing we're going to add in is the milk and vanilla. I didn't get the milk out. I thought I got everything out. We're supposed to add in 2 tablespoons of whole milk. Forgot to turn off the thermometer. There it goes. That's gonna have to be washed. There goes the milk, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'll try to link her recipe down in the comments if I remember. I'm terrible at doing that. But I'll try to remember it this time because this dessert is always a big hit and it really is easy. We're going to now add it back to our flour, which is now cooled. And now we mix some more. It's going to be really good when it's done. Okay, now that it's all mixed together and there's no more clumps of flour in here, we are going to add the chocolate chips. It says 3/4 a cup of chocolate chips, but we really like chocolate chips. So I'm just going to add until I see it's enough. That's about 3/4 of a bag, and that's definitely enough. This bag says it's 2 cups. So we didn't use a full 2 cups, but close enough. And there you go. That's it. That is so easy to make, and everybody that has tried it loves it. Okay, I got a container store, and this container was actually from my Target haul video. I just forgot to show you guys because it was behind me. And I don't know, I forgot all about it until it was done. Now you cannot bake this. It won't bake into cookies. You don't have any baking soda, baking powder, whatever you want to call it in here. So you cannot bake this into cookies, but it is fully edible and safe once you heat up the flour to have as just regular raw cookie dough as a treat. So there goes our easy dessert that I tend to make, not often, but often enough now. And I'll put it in the fridge. I will say, when it goes in the fridge, it does get kind of hard. So I tend to put it in the fridge, take it out for like a few minutes, like 5 minutes, and then scoop it out. That's how I actually broke the container it was in previously. It was in a plastic container and it shattered trying to get it out. So I would definitely let it sit out for a few minutes and then eat it, put it back in the fridge. Logan actually just had a good idea. He said, what if you take something and shape it? So like take an ice cream scoop or something, shape it into like little balls, and then you could just eat them like that. You don't have to wait for the whole thing to get a little soft. You could just like take them bite-sized and do it that way, add it to ice cream, add it to whatever you want. So that's probably a better idea. Next time I make it, I probably will do that. Take like a teaspoon. I think these would be big enough for like one sitting because again, it's a lot of sugar. Take it, mold it, put it on a tray, then refrigerate it. When they get hard, put the mold back in a container. That was actually a really smart idea. Poor Bella is trying so hard with not feeling her mouth. Whenever anybody in our house has ever gotten like dental work done, it never lasts long. The numbing medication normally lasts like an hour. For her, it's lasting longer, and they said it can last up to 5 hours. And I know she's hungry. She got her work done first thing in the morning. I know she's hungry, but she can't eat until she feels her mouth. And I do have like protein drinks. By the way, I'm getting a rug out of the dryer. This is actually the big rug that goes in my bedroom. I had to clean my bedroom a little bit because I accidentally dumped all of the cat litter onto this rug. It still smells like cat pee. I washed this thing and dried it, and it still smells like cat pee. It's gonna have to be washed again. I'm debating on even keeping a rug in that bedroom because of the cat's peeing problem. I really like the way the rug looks. It definitely, it gives it more of a homey feel because there's not a lot of stuff in our bedroom because of the cats. It gives it more of a homey feel, but I have to wash this rug so often because of these cats that I'm not sure it's worth keeping in there. I'm definitely going to keep the rug. It wasn't an expensive rug, but it also wasn't cheap. So I'm definitely going to keep the rug. I'm just thinking maybe for now, I should wash it, fold it, put it away until the cat's meowing. You hear him? He's meowing. I think I should wash it, fold it, and put it away for now until, I was going to say until we get the peeing problem under control, but it's been 6 years now. That's not happening. I hope that none of this stuff smells like cat pee in here now. It smells good. It smells good. Everything smells good. It normally does not make my washer or dryer smell. Just it sticks to the carpet, sticks to the rug. Yeah, all of this smells good. So I'll put this in here. Bella's in the shower right now. When she's done, I'll turn that on. Other than that carpet, my clothes are all caught up on for like once in the blue moon. And that does not include folding them because I am a little behind on folding clothes still. Alright, Logan is done school. Bella can feel her mouth again. All good things. So our second dessert we're going to make, it's the first time I'm ever making this. It's going to be a Peeps cake. So I got this off of Walmart.com. Like I said, I normally do not shop at Walmart, and I never go in the store to shop at Walmart. But I do my food with their delivery service. It gets dropped right off to me. And I've seen this Peep cake thing. I love Peeps. I decided to get it to try it. I already washed the pan. It's supposed to look like that when you're done. That little yellow Peep. I guess you can make it any color you really want because all it comes with is the cake mix. You need the egg, the milk, the oil, the spray, the icing, and the food coloring, and the chocolate morsels. So really you can make it any color you want as long as you have that food coloring. I'm gonna stick with yellow because I feel like yellow is like the ultimate Peep. Like that's the one I think of when I think of Peeps. Our oven is preheating. I do have to make my own icing because I do not have vanilla icing. And I did not pick it up the many times I went out. So we have to make our own, but I printed out this easy one. I always look up easy and then whatever I'm supposed to make. This was from Lively Table. So we're going to make her icing and do that because again, I forgot to pick it up. Okay, we have our bowl. These are from Pioneer Woman. They have lasted me quite some time, but they're starting to look a little worn now. But they're still working, so we're going to use them. So it says the first thing to do is add cake mix, egg, milk, and oil. I'm sure you could probably do this with like any cake mix. This cake mix is supposed to taste like Peeps flavor. But I'm sure you could probably do this with any cake mix. If Peeps is not your favorite, but you still want to make a Peeps shaped cake. 1/4 cup of milk. One-4 cup olive oil, or 1/4 cup, whatever you want to call it. I call it 1/4, but I was watching the Dad Challenge podcast the other day, and he was like, just call it 1/4 cup. I don't really see the difference. It doesn't really matter. Same thing. And 1 egg. It says beat it for 1 minute. This bowl might have been overkill for this. I hope this cake triples in size because that is not a lot for this pan. This is my last stick of butter. So I hope I didn't need butter for anything else before I go shopping. I think I can make this just in a small bowl. Oh, you see these bowls right here? These were the Easter balls from Target. I picked them up a long time ago and we've been using them quite often. I love them and they are dishwasher safe. Okay, so it says to have your butter softened, but I didn't take it out in time. So I am going to microwave it just a little bit, but I'll make sure, or at least I'm going to try to make sure, that it does not melt. Because I have tried to make frosting before with melted butter, and that does not work out well. At least for me, it didn't work out well. A little melted, but not bad. I had to grab the rest of my powdered sugar because it says we're going to need 4 cups of powdered sugar. I'm not sure I have 4 cups here, but we'll work with what we have. Put it in a bigger bowl. This is actually my mixer bowl. I don't think we're going to have enough room in this little bowl like I thought. I do not have my 1 cup measuring cup because I just used it for the other dessert. So I'm going to use a 1/3 and I'll just use as much as I need to. Now that there's powdered sugar everywhere, we have our 4 cups in there. It says add vanilla bean paste or vanilla extract. I have vanilla extract and that's also almost out. Seems like I need to do like a pantry stock up. Oh my goodness, that really is almost out. Seems like I need to do a pantry stock up. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm not gonna measure this. I'm not even sure that was 1 teaspoon. I don't think I had enough, but we use what we have. So it says mix that and then add the milk 1 tablespoon at a time. Add 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk. This is a 1/2 tablespoon measuring thing. So if you see me using more than 3 to 4 tablespoons, that's because I gotta double this. Okay, so I put 2 tablespoons in there. See how it works. It's starting to become icing. Stop being so floury, powdery, not floury. I'm gonna add 2 more tablespoons. That wasn't perfect, but that'll be fine. Okay, it's definitely more of a consistency that I like. There's still some lumps in there from the confectionery sugar, but I'm gonna add my food coloring now and keep mixing to get all those lumps out and also make it yellow. I'm almost out of yellow food coloring too. I don't even know how. I don't even remember the last thing I used with yellow food coloring. There it goes. Now it's starting to look more like a peach. Let's add a few more drops of yellow. I kind of want it a little brighter. Well, I add what I have because now I'm out of yellow food coloring. Okay, that reminds me more of like a baby yellow than a bright yellow, like what you see on Peeps, but it will do. I don't think my kids are gonna care much how yellow it is. So I'm gonna put these in the sink. Whenever I have to refill these containers, I like to wash them. They are dishwasher safe. So I like to wash them before I refill them. Okay, that's good. Alright, I'm just gonna put this in my fridge until that's done. So you might be saying that is a lot of sugar you got going on there. And yes it is. But I love Easter and I want to make an Easter dessert, and I know that everybody's been asking for that cookie dough, so you know, you make them. For dinner, we're gonna try this best garlic chicken pasta recipe. I'm sorry if you can hear my dishwasher. Bella asked for pasta, and since she got work done on her mouth, I figured I would do it, but I don't want to do just plain pasta. It's not really good. So I figure if we add some chicken to it, make it a little bit healthier, that would be good. So I quickly just looked up a recipe. This is from keytomylime.com, and this is for a garlic chicken pasta. It seems really easy. 20 minutes total. Just need to season, cook the chicken, cook the pasta, make a garlic butter sauce. That seems easy enough to do. I'm gonna clean up here real quick. I say in the video where I was cleaning out my fridge, again, I don't know which one's gonna be up first, but that we are trying weekly food shopping instead of every 2 weeks, because I find that some food goes bad in our fridge, it gets pushed to the back. Alexa off. it gets pushed to the back and forgotten about. So doing it weekly, we have way less food waste, if any at all. So we have been trying weekly food shopping, but sometimes certain things get forgotten. Still, like when I buy things, like I knew I needed vanilla extract. Completely forgot about it. I knew I needed chocolate chips too. Completely forgot about it. I'm just double checking that doesn't smell like cat pee anymore, and it definitely doesn't. Now let's hope. Oh, I never turned that on. I said I would come back up and turn this on when my daughter was done getting washed. I never did, so I have nothing to switch over. I do, however, have all these to put back in this room. We did just get done school not too long ago. Oh, it's a pretty dog. Somebody has a pretty dog around here. My kids are still currently, oh sorry here, I'm gonna sit you with that. My kids are still currently doing school, even though everybody else that I know, their kids have been off for days now and have off for like another week. My kids have a Friday and a Monday off. That's it. We have no other day off for spring break. That's all we got. I try to wash our blankets and all down here at least once a week. Logan's doctor told me I had to clean his twice a week because of his allergies, but down here I could do once a week because he just does school in this room. This is another machine washable rug. We have 4 of them in this house. So all I had to do was put it in the washer, dryer, and that's it. It does look wrinkly, but that will settle in the next day or so. Before I start dinner, I really want to spray down this couch. I've been using Microban since 2020 happened, and I do not have OCD. I would never want to be labeled as having OCD. I don't have it. But it's definitely a habit that I've gotten into and a really hard habit to break. So since I know nobody's gonna be on this couch anytime soon, I'm gonna spray it down. Well, it looks like I'm out of another thing. Today's just been a day of using up like my almost empties. Okay, let's get started on dinner because I cannot ice that bunny until it fully cools, so no sense in waiting. All right, once we combine the oil and all the spices in a bowl together, and then add the chicken to the oil and spices and coat evenly. I'm gonna use a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of truffle oil. We've been really enjoying this truffle oil, so it says 2 tablespoons, so I'm gonna do 1 and 1. I'm just kind of eyeballing it because I don't have my measuring stuff anymore from making the 2 desserts. This stuff smells so good. I want to make fries with it. A place I used to work made truffle fries with, I believe it was with truffle oil. And I've always wanted to make that again. 1½ teaspoons of garlic powder. Hopefully I have an eye for it. I do smell everything. I am definitely one of those people who smell everything before I use it, before I eat it. I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's a weird habit. 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper. That looks fine. We can always add more when we actually eat it, but you can never take away some. So I'd rather make sure I don't overdo it, and we could just add more later. Now I see I cannot dip the chicken into this bowl. This bowl is way too tiny to be dipping chicken. So I think I'm just gonna get my hands dirty and just kind of cover it. See how that works. My hands are clean. Just rub the chicken. Okay, our chicken is done. I cut it just to make sure. We're gonna use the same skillet to make the sauce, I think, because that's what it says. It says melt butter in a skillet. So instead of making 2 skillets dirty, I'm just gonna use the same one from before. So I'm supposed to melt a 1/2 cup of butter. I only have this 1/2 stick of butter left. So I'm gonna use that butter. And then the rest, I'm gonna use this one because that's all I got. I think that will be fine. I think it's also time to add pasta soon. Not yet, but soon. Okay, then it says to add 6 medium cloves of garlic. I don't have real garlic. Don't make fun of me for using minced garlic. I watched a Greek lady earlier. She was making something. No, she was watching somebody make something, and she was downing the minced garlic really bad. So this is what we're gonna have to use, and I'm not gonna add 6 medium cloves, because we're not huge garlic lovers. If it tastes super garlicky, my kids will not eat it. So I think that's enough. Okay, then it says to cook it. I know that this is a rice spoon. I'm well aware. I'm running out of dishes here since I cooked all day. My dishwasher is on, but I'm running out of dishes. Here goes our pasta container. It's the same brand as all the other containers. I really do love it. The only thing is I do not use, they have like sizing guides. I don't use that. I just kind of open up and take the pasta out. But I still love it. Never had a problem with the pasta going bad or anything. So we're going to add our pasta now, and I am going to break it. I keep saying pasta, but you know I mean spaghetti, right? Sometimes I forget that cast iron gets hotter quicker than other pans and stays hotter longer than other pans. So before this burns, they want me to take half of it out and put it in a bowl. I'm going to use a ramekin because that was the closest thing to me right now. I cannot do anything else until the spaghetti is done cooking. Don't mind my trash. When I was taking the chicken out and all, I put chicken stuff in there. It needs to be taken out, but I don't want to touch it right now. While we're waiting for that, we might as well decorate our peep. Ooh, the icing looks really pretty now since being in the fridge. The only thing is it's a little hard. I feel like if I put this on that cake, it's gonna rip that cake apart. Let's get a plate to put that cake on though. I know this isn't what you're supposed to ice and wet, but it's what I'm using. Let me tell. Okay, it's working. It's getting soft super quick. I think I'm just gonna let it sit, see if the icing will smooth out on its own, level out on its own, and then I'll add the eyes and the nose. Not that anybody's gonna care in this family if that does not level out on its own, but maybe it will. Whoops. I'm supposed to save 1 cup of that water. I'm just gonna use this cup to take some out. It said to save 1 cup. That's okay cup to have hot stuff in, by the way. It said save 1 cup for future use. It says put the spaghetti in here, coat with the garlic butter, Mix in cheese, then mix in 1/3 cup of the starch cooking water. If it needs some thinning out, add more starch water a little bit at a time. We're supposed to add 1/4 of a cup into here. I'm not measuring, again, I don't have measuring cups. That looks like 1/4. That probably is more than 1/4, but I'm not worried about it. We love cheese. I bought this spoon at Dollar Tree, and it's hanging on for dear life. It really is. It really is hitting the last little bit of use, but I really love it, so I haven't gotten rid of it yet. Alright, so you're supposed to add the starchy water until you get it a consistency that you like. I actually like it at this consistency. I'm not going to add the starchy water. I think it will make it too much of a liquid, like too liquidy. I like where it's at right now. Then it just says cut the chicken into thin strips, put it on top, spoon the rest of the garlic sauce on top, and garnish with fresh parsley if you want. I do have fresh parsley. Probably not gonna do that. Note, if you enjoy heat, crushed red pepper flakes would be amazing. While you saute the garlic. Well, if I read ahead, I definitely would have added that, but I did not read ahead. Alright, then it says to top it with this butter and garlic from earlier, which I am going to do because it does. I should get like a brush and brush it on. It does smell really good. So even though my kids aren't huge garlic fans, well, we're not huge garlic fans, period, I think they'll actually like this. So there goes our dinner. And our peep for dessert, it still is looking a little rough. It's not smooth. But our peep for dessert, I don't remember where I put the chocolate chips that I used earlier, so I'm going to use M&M's to make the eyes and the nose. So it's going to have M&M eyes and nose. Go use red just because I like red. Oh my goodness, the red makes it look demented. It makes it look bad. Oh well, what are you going to do? I'll make a blue mouth. Ooh, the mouth is falling. Where's the nose? I think it's a nose. Okay, so our peep cake looks like it's seen some stuff. But there it goes. I think the kids will like eating it no matter what it looks like. The kids took one look at that Peeps cake and said, why'd you put red eyes on it? Anyway, we ate. That pasta recipe was really good. And then we actually took a walk to the kids' old elementary school so that they could play at the playground over there. They absolutely loved it. But now that we're home, I'm going to treat Hero to this Pup Cup stuff. It's like Pup Cup, but in a can. Either way, I know he's really hot. So I'm going to give him some of that. It's just like whipped cream, I believe. But for dogs and bacon flavored. Here you go, Hero. I think it's time to go really quick, clean up this mess, put some music to it. I'm hot from the walk. I definitely need to go on Amazon and buy some water bottles for me. The kids already have theirs. But let's clean up this mess from after dinner.
Yeah, baby. Why don't you ever model for me, Mrs. Kensington?
You know how Mr. Kensington feels about that.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
You melt the ice behind my stone cold eyes. I turn to ashes, but only just sometimes. Inhale your smoke, but you still act surprised. It's not my fault when we end up capsized. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you. Can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, heat that melts us down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Some days with you it's paradise, but now you spin me in a web with all your lies. Want you to feel the way I feel inside. I'm reaching out for help, you got me in a riptide. You call me crazy now, but you don't understand. I'm calling out to you. Can you hear a thing? 'Cause you lit the match that ignites the flame. I'm the TNT, but you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, heat that melts us down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Yeah, please just blow this flame away. And I hold on for rainy days. It feels like a decade, just please come and save me. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Feel the fire, heat that melts us down again. Now it's pouring through my veins, but I said you're the spark to blame. And it's fire, burning holes inside my brain. Fire,
Why?
Okay, so there you go. My house is pretty much back to normal. I still do have dishes in that sink, and don't worry, like I said in my latest video, I do not burn these candles with Logan being around. I'll actually blow it out in a minute, but it made it nice while I was cleaning. Besides the now sink load full of dishes, which I will have to clean at some point. I will probably wait, honestly, until this dishwasher's done, because most of that is dishwasher safe, just not all of it. I do have a cast iron pan in there. I know you're not supposed to leave them in there. I will take care of it, no worries. But that is all clean. I clean our table off, so that's ready to go. I was going to put an Easter tablecloth or whatever on it, but I didn't. It needs to be iron. It was really wrinkly, so I didn't do that. Hero did not eat all of his pup cup. I think he's just too tired. He walked long. We walked a total of an hour. It was like 25 minutes there, and then it took us longer to come back some reason, and then we also played there. I let the kids play at the playground because it was nostalgic for them. They will never be back inside that school. Bella's in middle school. Logan is going to be going in middle school, so they will never be back at that school again. Look, dirt on my face. Logan will never be back there again, so it was kind of nostalgic for them to go and actually have time there. I did spray the couch and our steps with that allergen spray. I'm still not sure the allergen spray works, but I'm going to try it. I bought it. I might as well try it. I didn't show you guys this. So yesterday, we actually got our baby mantises in the mail. Every year we hatch mantises. We did hatch them last year. And last year our mantises actually left nests around our property. So we found 2 nests on our property, one on a gardening container, and then another one was actually left on one of our Halloween decorations. We had a big fuzzy spider out there, and some praying mantis decided to lay its nest on there. So we actually left it out there. It's been out there since Halloween. The nest still looks like it's doing good. So I'm hoping that both nests, I see a hero toy under the couch. I'm hoping both nests plus the 6 that we just bought will make it. That will be a lot of praying mantises. Last year we did try a different kind. We bought the Carolina mantises, and they did amazing. So that's the exact same ones I bought this year. And I hope that you guys have a good morning, evening, or night, and I will see you in our next video. Bye, guys.